Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Negro Rock One Podcast. I'm your boy, the KC Stork, one half of the I-70 Connect, coming live with my boy up in Topeka, 30 pieces of AG. What's going on, homeboy?
Pretty good, man. Everything's, all right. I guess. This is 30 pieces of silver, not AG, and not agriculture like the last couple of episodes. But man,
I like agriculture though. I like that shit though.
Everybody, bananas and oranges.
Bananas and oranges, nigga.
But anyway, no, yeah, everything's been good, man. Just got I guess I got a couple of things I want to discuss, but hopefully on this episode, not that we want to be too structured, but we want to follow a little format, somewhat, instead of try to be a little bit. I guess we are trying to get a little bit more, what's the word? Just format it better so we could have listeners follow it and tune in and tune out when they want to, instead of like we're all over the place with different topics. And we're going to circle back and forth, we're going to circle to different topics from time to time.
And the fact is, you just a long-winded motherfucker. That is what it is.
Yeah, I am. And then, so before we get into tonight's conversations and topics / whatever we're going to discuss, so what do you think about the last episode? What's your feedback? What's your review on it?
Oh, I thought it was good. I mean, I think every episode is pretty good. I mean, I think we start off and we have an idea where we want to go, but then it just goes where it wants to go. So, yeah.
Yeah, things happen. I enjoyed it. I thought the length was a little bit. We could have done a little bit less, but I think it's just like anything else.
When I was trying to say, hey, let's wrap it up, and then you went on to another 20-minute dialogue or monologue, I should say.
Yeah, monologue. But yeah, we could have. You got to stop me, man. We're each other's.
I don't want to be rude. But it's like, okay, I'm like, okay, hey, let's wrap it up. And you like, and then I remember back in 1993, when I was a young boy. It's like, nigga, where are we going with this, nigga?
All right, then you got to reel me back in, though. You got to reel me back in.
I try. But nah, like I said, my homeboy, fuck, I don't remember that nigga. AC339. I call that nigga Tim. Tim just said he had a good time, and I said he'll be back. But yeah, he said you could tell he was nervous in the beginning. But like I said, man, it's and it goes back to like even when your brother was on here, people think it's like real easy just to get on here and just microphone your face. People may or may not be watching you depending on if they go to the YouTube or if we put the video stream up or not. It's just really hard to get on here and talk, especially when you don't have a script. There's no cue cards. It's just you shooting from the hip. I mean, people don't realize. I mean, we realize it. I know because we both listen to a lot of podcasts and we respect those podcasts, and even just putting in the work on the technical aspect of it, but then also getting on here. A little bit of pregame, and most of our pregame is spent just trying to fucking tackle the technical shit. The what we're gonna talk about is pretty much set in stone through our our text messaging, and then when we tweet and we fucking include each other in those tweets, what we're gonna talk about is pretty much set. But actually having to get on here and carry that conversation with each other for an hour and a half, 2 hours, people don't realize how tough that is. To do that and at the same time try to be engaging, try to be, a little humor here, a little, witty dialogue here and there, keep people engaged. I mean, people don't realize how tough that is.
Yeah, especially when we talk about, when we talk about each other's lives and personal experiences, that sometimes there's a little bit of humor in it. A lot of times, it is interesting. We're learning from each other, but some of these topics that we've been doing lately in the last couple episodes revolve around racism or basically like indirectly involve racism or stereotypes, and sometimes that's not an easy thing to kind of discuss, even though me and you are friends and we kind of accept each other for how we are, and you're not gonna necessarily check me, and I'm not gonna check you neither, but because I do want you to express how you feel, and vice versa, but sometimes especially with racial there's racial lines that we're gonna cross, and boundaries that we're gonna cross, not necessarily with each other, but we don't want to say anything that's incendiary or and it's hard, man. It's hard to carry that conversation, especially having a third guest, your friend. As much as I wanted to, I was happy to have him and have him engage and everything. It is difficult. You could tell that there's a little bit of there's a timid factor in there that, you kind of watch what you want, what you say when you say it. Obviously, as the episode went on, we opened up a little bit more, and then it got a little bit better. And I think that's why the episode dragged out a little bit longer than what we wanted to, per se. But yeah, going back to putting in the work. I mean, I know for the most part we don't necessarily call each other or discuss what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do the technical stuff, but we do communicate, topics. We do communicate all this stuff, and we do pregame. Pregame, I think, is getting a little bit shorter now, which is good. We were spending more time pre-gaming than recording itself, so all in due time. I think we're just gonna get better, devote more time to this thing, and like I said, I think tonight's episode, I think it's gonna be episode 12. I think you're gonna start noticing if you've listened to since day one, you're gonna start noticing that there's a shift with the technical aspect of the show. And hopefully the topic and the vocabulary and the verbiage that's used or whatnot. So that's my thing.
Yeah, you all right? You are. I
almost passed out, dog.
I'm gonna start calling you long wind, nigga.
I'm gonna have to get like an O2 tank right next to me and get a laser cannula.
You get a CPAP. But yeah, man. But so let's get it started. So yeah, college football. What's up? How you doing, man? How you doing?
This is why we need to fucking get on the schedule, record on Sunday, because this is the end of the fucking work week already. How you doing? And I don't need to talk about this shit, man.
How you doing,
like,
man?
Hey, look.
No, nigga, fuck it. No. I'm like a suicide hotline counselor.
So are you asking me, or are you gonna tell me?
How you doing?
Which one is it?
I'm asking you how you doing, man. Are you okay? Were you safe this
I'm
weekend? Good. Did your wife, Jamie, did she have all the sharp objects from you?
I was away from the kids. I was away from the remote. I didn't even have the remote in hand.
Nigga, 63
I had a
20.
water bottle.
60.
I had a water bottle to drink. I was at my in-laws' house. They knew I was up. They knew it. Jamie will give me the side eye occasionally, and that should annoy the fuck out of me. I wanted to go to sleep, but I couldn't because I told Jamie that I wouldn't be antisocial, even though I was within my right to do so. Yeah. But like I said, it was a bad game. You called it. You credit all the credit to you. You did say that we were needed to score 60 plus points to even consider the win. Shit, let alone compete. So I ain't
gonna lie. When I said I did not think that game was gonna go that way, dog. Not at all. I was just saying that in order for you guys to win, y'all was gonna have to score at least 60 points, dog. I didn't think that y'all niggas was just gonna just lay the fuck down and just take that, just take it.
And that's what they did. I mean, I know it's easy for me to say because I'm not an athlete or whatever. But at the same time, I mean, that's what they did. I mean, I know a lot of the seniors and juniors or redshirt juniors that that are on that team, and they were pissed, man. Like even I was listening to the podcast, the War Chant podcast. You know, there was a lot of seniors and juniors that were pissed, man, because of lack of effort. You could. It wasn't necessarily that like the score. It was how they lost, man. It's like you could see it in the game as well that there was no effort. There was no they lost the discipline, bro. They lost the discipline at all, man.
You
like
guys look.
It was like
it didn't look like a Jimbo Fisher team, dog. You guys look completely unprepared. It was like y'all niggas basically suited up and said, "We Florida State, we number 2 in the nation. Bitches get down." That's what it looked like.
Yeah, and you know, look, I know Florida State, they did not have their game and they lost discipline and this and that, whatever. They weren't prepared. But hey, as a Florida State fan, I ride with my team through and through. But at the same time, they'll give credit where it's due. Louisville came with it. The fans came with it. The city came with it. The coaching staff did their job, did their homework. They prepped them up. You know, they went to practice. They studied the game tape. And you know how one of my favorite lines. How you gonna expect to be great if you don't study greatness?
Look at the fucking game tape. No, but I mean, but really, hey, if you actually watch the game, because a lot of people don't watch the game, because like a lot of people who I work with who do like college football still, who watch college football, who didn't have a chance to see the game, because a lot of the guys I work with are company reps, so they're in the industry, so they're on the road a lot, whatever the fuck. That's the reason why they didn't watch the game. But they didn't get to see how Louisville really attacked the young quarterback. I mean, I think that was his like. I mean, even against Ole Miss, right? That you guys played earlier this year. And Ole Miss has a habit. Even if you watch the game against Alabama, they seem to have a habit of going to the locker room at halftime and being like, I guess they opening up fucking kegs and just drinking and saying, "Hey, we're in the lead, we're good." That's it. But Louisville just kept that pressure on him, and even like how they were moving the D linemen around, moving the linebackers around. Like there were times in the snap count when you could see that Francois was like audibling, but Louisville was still just,
even when he was audibling,
he was audibling, but they were moving the fronts around, shifting. They were like there'd be linebackers like stacked up in the middle of the field, and then within a second they would go to their positions, and you could tell he was like, "What the fuck?" as he hiked the ball. You know what I'm saying? And even though I don't know if you're, I mean, like we'll get to Missouri later, but I don't know if you got young linemen like Missouri has, where it was just like they just weren't used to some of those fronts and some of those stunts that fucking that Louisville was throwing at him, man. Because not just Francois, but just the offensive line itself looked very unprepared.
There was no push. There was no, like I said, they got pushed around, man. And I think. And me and my brother Michael were talking. He's a Florida State fan. We were talking about that after we the cooling off period, and it really came back down. I mean, I hate to beat the dead horse or whatever, but the thing is, man, and I'll keep saying it. Yo, when Winston, you know, I was fortunate to enjoy the 2 years, you know, despite the news, the fucking reports and all that shit, but on the field, man, I appreciated what Jameis Winston did, man, because one of the things that he was, even though he could run and all that, he was a passer, bro. And the thing about it, I know you always touched on it too, is that he had a lot of interceptions. And the thing about it is, with him, I think when he redshirted his year, I think he really studied the game tape and watched. Especially he was looking at windows, you know, when the players develop, where the route was coming and where that window of opportunity is. Because you play the game, I haven't. I've only watched it, but you being a DB, you know your speed and you know your coverages, and you know those windows, man. You can't give them too much of a window to throw it into. You know what I'm saying? So on your side, on the defensive side, you already know your goal is to keep the man in front of you, but then, shorten the gap, the throwing opportunity. So a lot of the times what you're going to do is you're going to anticipate And that's what I see a lot of the great ones do. They can anticipate, they can see it where they plays, and that's what Jameis Winston did. A lot of times his right receivers always, cut the route short or whatever. Or he, sometimes he overthrew it, but at the same time, there was a lot of hype with Francois and there's a lot of expectations. But the reality of it is that he may not be, even though a lot of people are saying that he may be greater than Winston or whatever. The thing is that he may not have that same in game. What am I trying to say here? You have that practice mentality. And you do well at practice, but when it comes to game tape, in game situation, the awareness. You know what I'm saying? He may not have that in-game awareness. I mean, granted, he's only 3 games in, so
right. But he's also, like you said, he's a true freshman though too. So I mean, let's not jump to the bandwagon of saying he won't be as great as Winston, because I mean, look at Lamar Jackson.
Hold on, let me correct you. He's not a true freshman. My brother actually
a redshirt freshman. My bad.
He's a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, but he's a redshirt freshman. But how much time? No. Only thing a redshirt freshman means that he set his freshman year, so he got no playing time.
And so did Jameis Winston, though. Jameis Winston was a redshirt freshman too.
And Jameis Winston as a redshirt freshman, how did he look as a redshirt freshman?
Outstanding. They won the national championship.
I thought it was his sophomore year he won the national championship.
Oh, national! They lost in the playoff. Because remember, his second full season, that was his final 3rd year of college football. That's why he left.
Year, so it was a redshirt freshman. So he had his redshirt freshman year, then he had a sophomore year, then he had his junior year.
No, because the sophomore year he was a redshirt sophomore. Remember,
right?
Because your class has to only be out of for 3 years. They have to be out of 3 years graduating class.
Cool.
That's why he was able to leave after his sophomore.
You only got to play 2 years actually.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
But he left after his sophomore year. What would be his junior year.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So his redshirt. So he had a redshirt freshman year.
Won the championship in the sophomore. That's when he went that's when he went like 25-0 or whatever the fuck. 27-0.
We have the technology. I'm not about to do this shit with you, dog.
Tell you.
I'm not about to do this with you.
I mean, but anyway.
No, we keep talking while we do it.
So, but that goes just to give Winston a lot of credit. I mean, Winston came prepared. Granted, he did. He came in prepared, man. He threw those. He anticipated a lot of the plays.
You're right. As a redshirt freshman, the youngest player to win the Heisman.
Excuse me?
I said you're right.
One more time.
Hey, dog, I have no pride in it. When a nigga right. I mean, people try to do this to me at work all the time. I'd be like, I have no. My pride is not set up that way. If you're right, you're right. Now, if it's because your wife makes you sit down while you pissing home, that's why you got to come to me with this shit for these wins. That's fine.
No, well, because I try to make the same argument that, hey, Jameis Winston had that redshirt year that he studied the film tape, because I think you could still practice, but you could be on the scout team. You can't be on the actual, like the squad or some shit like that. There's some rules with that, and you can't travel like to road games and shit like that. But anyway, so I try to make that argument with Francois. I figured that he was a redshirt. He was a true freshman, so he didn't have that year to develop. You know what I'm saying? To see the game before he went into the game. Mm-hmm. But no, he was a redshirt. He was a redshirt freshman, just like Winston. So I guess a lot of comparisons are still there, but I think the biggest thing for me is the game speed, bro. For Francois, hasn't slowed down for him. Those windows of opportunity, he's waiting. And you say it best, man. But like he's dialed in to receivers. He's seeing them. You know what I mean? He's eyeballing them, right. And he's waiting for plays to develop before, pulling the trigger. When in reality, he needs to pull the trigger, before he gets to count 3. Let that receiver turn around and the ball already be in his hands, type of shit. You know what I mean? So That's the biggest thing that I've seen with Francois. I don't know how the rest of the year's season is going to go. We are on an upset alert. As far as me and my brother are concerned, I know the Putnams are out there, and the Wolves and the Dogs are lining up, and everybody's getting ready. But we go to South Florida on Saturday, another noon game, and it's another dual threat quarterback.
Hey, but I'm looking at the schedule y'all had though, right? And I will just say this, man. Yeah, y'all niggas want to play in the level of competition. Let's see.
So what you talking about this year's schedule?
Yeah, I'm talking about so early. So y'all had Pittsburgh, Nevada,
Wait, you talking about
when Jameis Winston was a redshirt freshman?
Hold on, man. He came into that year. That's the schedule we had.
I'm just saying though, y'all wasn't at y'all second game of the year. Y'all was not playing Lamar fucking Jackson, nigga. Y'all was playing Nevada. So hold on, Pittsburgh, Nevada, Bethune-Cookman, which is the FCS school, Boston College, who has not been good since motherfucking
They played us good. Look at the record that year, though. They played us good, and I believe
they played y'all good, but they was unranked, so I don't want to hear that shit.
And that was a road game.
The team that was ranked, Maryland, y'all beat 63-0. So what the fuck that say about rankings, especially ACC schools? But anyway, Clemson, NC State, huh?
That was at the crib, though.
Yeah, sure. Clemson, ACC school number 3 at that time, 51-14. NC State, Miami, Wake Forest, Syracuse. Oh, the mighty Idaho, my nigga.
Hey, we play who they put in front of us, though, man. Come on,
y'all play who y'all put on contract to play. But all I'm saying,
I didn't make an excuse I'm not making an excuse this year.
I'm not here to debate that shit.
We lost to the number 3 team in the nation, dog. That's all it comes down to.
All I'm saying is that Francois was playing a higher level of competition than what my boy Crab Legs was playing at that point in time as a redshirt freshman. You can't say that. So that was y'all second or third game, right?
Third game.
It's the third game of the year, right? So if Francois had been Jameis Winston in his third year, he would have been playing Bethune-Cookman, dog.
Hey, but let me throw this out there too.
There's no caveat for playing Bethune-Cookman, my nigga.
Well, there is, because this is what happened. They pulled. So the guy that we're waiting for is Henry. That's the guy we redshirted him, and I think right now they're thinking about pulling his red shirt right now because of the depletion of the quarterback. So and the quarterback that we had, I think it's number 10, Mark McGuire. Not Mark McGuire, but his name is Sean McGuire, some shit like that. McGuire. Anyway, he was supposed to be the starter here this year. But he picked up an injury in the off season during one of those like fucking pickup games or whatever.
Right.
So he's injured right now, so they can't freely play him. But Francois brings that dual threat in there. He's a good player. He's gonna be a good player. But I think with him, right now the game speed is it has to slow down for him. But I also think that goes to the level of competition that he's seeing. Also, man, at this point in time, being a redshirt freshman, he's seeing a much higher level of competition than Jameis Winston saw in the first 3 games. I'm sorry, Jameis Winston didn't play Ole Miss in the first 3 games. Let's go. Let's go back at the end of the year, because right now it's too early, dog. Because
all I'm saying is you can
go back preseason. I looked at Louisville.
Let's look at the facts. The facts remain that Jameis Winston played Pittsburgh, Nevada, and fucking Bethune-Cookman his first 3 games of his redshirt freshman year. I mean, good that you guys won a national championship. He got a Heisman, that's fine. But the facts remain that Francois has played a higher level on paper of competition than Jameis Winston played at the same point in time in his redshirt freshman year. I mean, the facts are the facts. Nigga, go to Wikipedia, go to ESPN.com, go to any fucking respectable sport page and look at it. I'm not shitting on your team. I'm just saying that you know my black QB agenda. I ride with Jameis, crab legs, rapist Winston all day. But the fact remains that this nigga, this man, this young redshirt freshman is playing a much higher level of competition than Jameis Winston saw his first 3 years. His first 3 games, I'm sorry.
I'll take that opinion.
I'm saying I'm playing like this. Even if you can say the teams, even if you want to say the teams are similar, Florida State as a team was not seeing no individual player on the caliber of Lamar motherfucking Jackson, nigga, them first 3 games, nigga. Say what you want. Go look at Pittsburgh. Go look at Nevada, and definitely go look at Bethune-Cookman, and you show me on the motherfucking Lamar Jackson that they had out there.
No, I'm just gonna let you keep going. I mean, that's a good opinion. I mean, gotta respect where your opinion is.
And all I'm saying is, I try to tell you,
it is what it is.
Because I saw him play Syracuse, and niggas was like, he was playing Syracuse, but you can say I played the game, that's fine, but you watch the game. You love the game just like me, and you know when you see somebody who's special and like you can look at the kid and say, I don't give a fuck if that nigga playing Alabama. He's still gonna get 250 plus yards of total offense.
Who's this?
Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah, but I look. He did what he made us look into like a middle school fucking team, and credit to him, bro, because he did what he needed to do, and he did it, and he picked his poison, and that's what it was, but I'll be curious to see how his ear developed, because he's the one thing that I did notice, the one change that happened for Florida State, adjustment, and it happened again, and it happened at the Ole Miss in the second half. And we try to go to it in the second half. In this last game, is we fucking put 8 in the box, and we fucking blitz, and we came after the quarterback.
Right, but you understand. Except for the second quarter, they scored the same amount of points.
Well, what I'm saying is, it's like every time we put pressure, and that's. I mean, I don't know what the scheme was.
That's fine.
I don't know what the scheme was going up, but hey, look.
I know how it may have looked when you were watching, but the box score was 14 points in the first, 21 in the second, 14 in the third, 14 in the fourth quarter, dog. So I don't know what your scheme was, but them niggas still scored at the same clip. So I don't know what it looked like to you, but the box score remained the same.
Yeah, but like, I mean, to me, it felt like we were blitzing and putting more pressure on him, because after a while he started throwing the ball a lot more. I mean, that's where he picked up a lot of the passing yards too. If you look at the first half, he ran a lot. So I mean,
right, but you also got to see
that's what it is.
But you also got to look at what is their coach scheming at. Also, it's like, why am I having my quarterback run? We up by 40 fucking points. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna pass the ball. If these niggas catch up, then we'll figure out something different. But right now, we up 40 points.
Hey man, it's 15 minutes on Florida State. Dog.
Okay,
I mean, as much as I love Florida State, let's do it after the next. Let's do it after next week when we win. Dog. Let's talk about that victory, right?
I hope so, because like when we talked about it, you was like, we good, and I was like, all right, and listen to that audio. You sounded really cocky, and I was like, nigga, y'all gonna need 60 points, because I have seen this boy play. Right. Matter of fact, when I watched him play Syracuse, the Twins was over here. I wish I could have some audio of them watching him play. Nigga, it wasn't nothing but oohs and ahs, nigga. You talking about some 12-year-old boys who love football like their daddy. They love football like their daddy, dog. And they were just like, ooh and ah. We was watching them on the ESPN app. They was having me rewind the plays, nigga. Nigga, they was like, hold on, daddy, rewind that. So, yeah. That's not like, Frank's team might be in trouble. And then, of course, Missouri will lose.
I don't have any words for you because I didn't even watch that garbage ass game.
Nigga, it
But
was
go
28.
ahead.
The score was 28-7, nigga. Hold on. Let me
It was
just.
respectable.
What's up?
At least we lost. We got an ass whoop on the road.
Nigga, what kind of hoe ass excuse is that? At least we got our fucking ass handed to us, and we dropped down. We dropped down 11 fucking. Nigga,
hey,
shut up, nigga. I don't want to hear that shit, nigga. That sound like some hoe shit. If
somebody came into your house, sat on your couch, slapped your girl's ass, and said, "Make me a sandwich."
Yeah, nigga.
Make daddy a sandwich.
Somebody said, "Come be a guest in my house," and fucked you in the mouth repeatedly, nigga. What?
That's all right.
Somebody said, "Come be a guest in my house. We gonna fuck you in the mouth. A
Go ahead,
homeboy gonna
Missouri.
fuck you in the mouth. A uncle gonna fuck you in the mouth."
Give me some positives about Missouri. Come on.
No, the positive is we took a game that most folks said we was gonna get blown out for. Right. Took it 20. It was 28-7, dog, and it came down to the fact that we don't have a fucking rushing attack, and we couldn't run the clock out. That's it. And I've been saying this. If anybody knows me as a friend of mine, I've been saying this since game one. I even said it the second game when we put 60 points on the board that we do not have a running attack. And now all of a sudden you look at all the motherfucking media, Missouri's running attack, much to be desired. It's like if you look at it, dog, even our top running back is getting like 60 some yards. He might be averaging like 50, 60 yards a game. And but you go, oh, that's not too bad. Well, the nigga's carrying the ball like 20 some fucking times. It's like that's not good. Especially you go to the pass when, our top running backs average fucking 90 to 100 fucking between, depending on what game you watch, 90 to 120 yards a game, bro. So that's that's a 30-yard drop. Especially when you're talking about you going to the fourth quarter against a number 16 team that you're picked to lose against, and you got to fucking score, and all you need was 2 to 3 first downs. 2 to 3 first downs. You punt the ball, kick a field goal, that puts you up 9 to 8 points. And then it also secures the game for you for the most part. And that gives them the ball with like 2 times. I think they had 2 to 1 timeout. I can't remember. I was on the road driving. 2 to 1 timeouts with about a minute to 45 seconds to try to score a touchdown. We can't even do that shit, dog. So that's where we at right now. And it was funny because I was on the road and Dame was watching the game, and I called him like, "Nigga, we about to lose." He's like, "Nah, nigga, we up by 7 points, nigga." And I was like, "Dog, we up by 6 points." I'm sorry. I'm like, "We about to lose, dog. We don't have a running attack. We have no way to run the clock out." So that's what it comes to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just you how you always have this, like, I don't know how you were, but before preseason for your game for your team, but I had a little bit of standards and had somewhat expectations, and then as the season progresses, you start seeing like, we're not that good in this area. You start looking at where your real weaknesses are, not necessarily what the preseason analysts are saying and whatnot. So I mean, it is what it is, man. I think.
Go ahead, my bad.
But
no, see, but you didn't you guys have like a defensive back or somebody who was down that game also?
I think so. He got hurt in the last game towards the end of the end of the game.
I think next
year. But I think they just kept him out. They just kept him out. He picked up an injury, but they just kept him out so to give him more time to rest. Because it was the third game in 12 days or whatnot. But whatever.
I think
it is what it is.
No, real talk though. I think next year, Francois, especially if Lamar stays, that game will be much closer. I think Florida State will win next year. I really do. I think Louisville just had, like, they had a defense that them niggas just they just threw something at him that he has not seen this year. And in true, maybe untrue, people watch that game tape. Ain't nothing new under the sun, and a lot of other coaches out there are going to try to replicate what Louisville did. So that means that he's going to get a lot of looks at the same thing but a different thing, and he's going to get more settled. But I think also you guys like graduated some O linemen too, right?
We lost a lot. We lost a lot of people. I gotta go back and look at exactly what we lost. I know.
I mean, you guys.
I know we got a couple of guards that. A couple of tackles that are playing guard right now, and they're switching them off because they're not their natural position or whatever. So
right,
but I don't want to make it excuses.
Missouri's boat. Like we lost a lot of guys. Either got drafted, like they got picked up in the draft, free agency, whatever the fuck. So we got a lot of young old linemen out there. So you guys are in our boat too. So not only the quarterback, but actually we have I think that's why our quarterback is thriving because he's not a true freshman anymore. So he's seen a lot of these looks. But we got a lot of old linemen, and we also got a lot of younger running backs who didn't get a lot of carries last year because we had senior and better quality running backs. So we got running backs and old linemen who are seeing a lot of things they never saw before. I think you guys are in our same boat. And I think next year it'll be a closer game. Or next year, or if you guys meet up in the championship game, I think it's a different game.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see what happens, man. I like I said, I was disappointed. I'll watch again. I'm back wearing the garnet and gold. I'll watch them again, see what's South Florida, but I'm not gonna be watching it with like, oh yeah, this is a cookie. No, I'm gonna be watching it like, because we could go down, get our second loss of the season. It's a real possibility now. It's a real possibility.
Okay. So I guess on to anything to say as far as the BrownBlacks Fantasy League. You got you a win, didn't you, Pimp?
Yeah, hold on. Before we go there, hey, just shout out to North Dakota State for going into Iowa, the number 13 ranked team. And fucking, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if it was excuse my language. I don't care if it was just by a field goal towards the end of the game.
Hold on. Why are you censoring yourself? Did your wife get a hold of you?
No, I'm just saying that I want to polish it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Man, fuck that. As many times you say excuse me, I'm gonna say a curse word.
So
I hear you. I see you, Jamie. I see you.
Is it North Dakota or South Dakota State, man? I think I just changed.
I think it's North Dakota State, bro. But North Dakota State is like a powerhouse, like FCS school, bro.
Well, I mean, I know, but even when you say that, then everybody will be like, but yeah, aren't they a FCS school? And then they come and then they beat, a Big Ten program, a ranked Big Ten program. And
the only thing I say about that is now that and you told me about the hate before Missouri went to the SEC. You told me about the hate that people have for the SEC, and niggas can't wait for the SEC to lose, but niggas been real quiet about these motherfucking Hawkeyes losing to North Dakota State. Could you imagine if let's say
it's because Florida State got blown out, bro. It's because Florida State got blown out.
That too. You right. Iowa got the
I was peeping. I was peeping that.
But you know what I'm saying though, right? Niggas shit on the fucking SEC all the time, but let the SEC. They're like. Not even Alabama. They're like I guess it'd be Ole Miss or Georgia lose to North Dakota State. Nigga, Twitter would be ablaze, nigga. Cause you saw that shit when niggas thought Appalachian State was about to beat Tennessee. Oh
yeah.
Niggas had them tweets ready. Ready.
Yeah. No, they already had him drafted. They just had to hit send though. I'm talking about like they already had like 20 tweets drafted already though.
Nigga, they was in TweetDeck and they had that auto send at this time. That program. If this then that, they probably had that shit ready, nigga. If this score is less than that score, send these tweets, nigga.
Real.
But you're right. Shout out to them though, man. Shout out to them. But that's why we play the game, man. At that any given Sunday, that game, man. It's like that's why niggas suit up because you never fucking know what will happen, man. Look at Appalachian State. What was that when they beat Michigan? Shocked the world, bro. They beat Michigan at the fucking house, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep saying Appalachian. Sorry, y'all. Sorry if you're an Appalachian State fan. Sorry, I'm sorry.
And I don't think Michigan ever. I don't think they have him on their schedule for the next 5-6 years though.
Nigga, Michigan ain't fully recovered since then. Are you kidding me?
No, hold up. They did. with
Who?
with
How?
with
When?
Art with Harbaugh, the higher now.
No,
He's getting
I'm talking about as far as the rankings, a national championship,
yo.
being
They're number 4.
no.
They're ranked number
We
4.
will
Right?
see how the
5.
season. We will see how the season ends out, nigga.
I think they'll be top 10.
Hold on,
I think
hold
they're
on. Last I checked, y'all were number 2.
We dropped to number 14, 13.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We will see how the season fleshes out.
I guess.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, and okay. Before we leave the college football, another one shout out. Shout out to Michigan for dropping Adidas and going back to Nike, but via Jordan brand.
Oh, jump
I don't know.
man.
It was just weird seeing that Adidas logo on them, dog. It just, I remember the days of.
It's whatever pays the most, bro.
I get it, dog, but it's just something about that swoosh, bro. You know what I mean? On that Michigan jersey. I'm a fan of the game. I mean, I'm a fan of Florida State, but I'm a fan of the game and a lot of the aesthetics of it, and that what is it, the crimson blue or whatever.
Right.
That's and the yellow Nike on that jersey, dog. It just, at least now it's just a jump. But anyway, dog, the brown versus the brown and blacks, dog. I broke the 230 point. I gave a ass whooping, bro. With no namers neither. No namers like Cam Newton. Cam Newton. That boy, dog, I tell you.
Cam Newton what, dog?
Y'all, everybody laughed when I took up number 3 with my first pick, dog. Everybody laughed when I took
laugh. But he was almost on my list of getting one of these golden dicks.
Easy now.
I'm just saying.
You saw that meme? You saw that meme of Colin Kaepernick like looking at that nigga with the big ass fro?
Colin Kaepernick looked at that nigga like he looked at him like a ghost, nigga. Like, you so lost, bro. Nigga, like, come on back, bro. Come on back, dog.
Oh, shit, dog.
He looked at that nigga like, nigga. He looked at Cam like Cam owe him money.
Yeah.
Like when you see a nigga out in the street that's like rolling around, got new spinners, got wood grain in the motherfucking whip, but that nigga still owe you $5, nigga. That's how Captain looked at Cam, nigga. Like, nigga, you still owe me $5, nigga.
But yeah, so how'd you do?
What?
On the fantasy league, how'd you do?
Nah, well, Brown Blacks I lost, but I lost too. Like, I lost some other leagues too, dog. Like, real close games, man. And I think my biggest thing is like my running backs really played like shit this week, especially like Carlos Hyde. That nigga had a fumble. Then after that, nigga, it was all downhill. That nigga balled for me last week. Yeah. And then, Aaron Rodgers played like a bitch. Drew Brees played like a bitch. That's pretty much where it amounted to. My quarterbacks played like bitches. I had like 1-2 running backs, and then never mind the fact I had like fucking 25 points. I had Mike Wallace on my bench, dog, and that nigga looking at me like, "Hey, coach, I can put in 25. Put me in." Oh, it's too late. We already kicked off. Mike Wallace for Minnesota, nigga. That nigga had like 22 points on my bench just looking at me.
You see this? Let me know when you see it.
Oh, you gotta share it though. Hold on. I ain't got you on my full screen. See what? Oh yeah, dog. But you gotta have like the whole meme. You gotta have the whole thing up where it's like, because when I first saw it, I didn't realize that Cam was like trying to dap that nigga up, man.
Yeah.
And that nigga, hey, shout out to Kaepernick, dog. That nigga's not having none of it, dog. Kaepernick know that his time in the NFL is about to come to an end in the next year and a half. He gonna take his little $11 million and he just gonna go away, dog. But he understands that he does have a platform right now and he's using it to the full extent.
Oh, this is like, look at that picture, dog. Man, like what?
Dog, it's like when you know. It's like when you know a nigga fucking your girl, but he don't know yet. That's what right there. That
Yeah,
look
but
right there, dog. That's like when you know a nigga fucking your girl, and he don't know that he don't know that when this is all said and done, me and my niggas about to ride on your ass, nigga. That's that look right there, dog. Cam don't know that Kaepernick about to ride on his ass, dog.
hey, but Cam look hard though. Cam look hard though. I'll give it to him though.
Hey, but
He
hey,
he he look he look hard though.
yeah, but the thing is though, we always talk about how like niggas be talking that shit about how they run up on Cam. So we always talk about how big Cam Newton is. That nigga Kaepernick ain't
He
looking up
just
to Cam,
skinny though.
huh?
No. He's right there with him.
That's what I'm saying. Kaepernick might not be as thick as Cam Newton, but that nigga is not. He's making eye contact with that nigga, dog. Them is two big ass niggas, dog. And I don't think people realize that when you be on fucking Twitter and these motherfucking white boys are talking that shit like, yeah, I fuck Kaepernick up, man. Fuck Kaepernick, fuck that nigga. And like I run up on him. Like that nigga is 6 foot motherfucking like 4'5", 230, 40 pounds of will fuck you up and not get tired while he's fucking you up.
Yeah. Hey, can you hear this shit now?
Nah. Why you so blurry, nigga? Like how many windows? You got like 80 windows open right now, nigga?
Yeah, I got dual screens though. I got like maybe
no reason why everything's fucked up.
This gay shit. Right
Yeah, we gotta figure this out though, because I got my man.
Look at the gay shit I got all day today though.
Gay shit about what? About Florida State?
Nah, there it is. You know you see it.
That lean. Hey dog. So here's the thing though, right? So you know about like the lean like in the business place, which is like a what is it, like a business concept to reduce like redundancy, increase productivity. So I kept saying
increase efficiency,
and all that shit waste. Like that. Yeah. So we've been like going through these lean workshops, and I've been saying, well, fuck that, I want a lean cup, and niggas been laughing, so I made me a lean cup, nigga. And so for all the people who wondering, I put as a styrofoam cup, and I just wrote lean on it, and I'm drinking out of it. And but this is also the fucking the double entendre of lean codeine that niggas like in the rap game be drinking. But like for me, I mean like no lean. That's what this workshop I'm going through. But motherfuckers in there laughing. In the little chunky white babe, she was flirting with me, so I got away with it.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, hey man, so let's up. So we got football out of the way. So we might as well just push on into this. We gonna talk about these shootings.
Damn. I guess.
I ain't got no segue for no shootings, dog.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we want to go there.
I mean, we might as well.
How do you want to tackle this though? Like, I mean, do we want to do this like hood shit, or do we want to see tackle it as some intellectuals talking about the observation of the third person doing the crime?
Nigga, we just talk about it. Just talk about it as two brown men watching a white lady shoot a nigga in the middle of the road. Let's talk about it like that.
Look, when I saw the video, we talked about this before, bro. We talked about this in other episodes.
Before we get started, we're talking about Tulsa police officer Betty Shelby, who shot Terrence Crutcher. I'm sorry, Crutcher. In Tulsa. What was that? 2 nights ago?
Sunday night?
No, that was
Sunday
night.
night.
Today's Thursday, so that was
Saturday. It was Saturday. No, it happened Saturday because
it
was Saturday.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, 16 September 2016.
Because
matter of fact,
the video didn't get released until Monday.
Right, so it was at September 16th around 7:44 Central Time. That's the time on the camera from the helicopter that I'm looking at. So yeah, so this lovely young lady shot this this has to be deranged, crazed Negro who was reaching into a closed window. Hey, you go ahead, man. You go ahead. What you got to say?
Right now,
I see you rubbing your temples, dog. What you got to say?
Because, dog, like, again, here we go again, bro.
I know, man. It seems like every other podcast is about somebody getting shot in the motherfucking... Somebody getting shot by the police.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This gives us content and, like, at least, like, a medium that we can talk about, you know, it gives us something to talk about on our medium. It gives us something, a topic or whatever. But, you know, I'm fatigued, dog. I'm fatigued. Like, I know it's gonna sound horrible, man, but like, I'm fatigued, bro. Like, and I know that I hit my fatigue level sooner than expected, bro. When I saw the video, I got like 30 seconds into it. I think it's like a 4 or 5 minute video. I think it is the one that was originally released. And I saw this, man. I did not get the background of it. I did not get, you know, what like, I didn't read any text below it or whatever. I just saw the video and let the video speak for itself. Let the stories, you know, that are gonna come afterwards, whatever, help you shape whatever, justify whatever the fuck happened. But at the end of the day, this man did everything. As much as Trump is gonna get the Golden Dick Award until further notice, he's gonna be the holder.
Oh,
he's gonna be the city.
Trump had a little press release about the little ride to North Carolina, so he's trying to earn them dicks. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, no, yeah, but you know when, yeah, he did say he did had a comment, but you go ahead and Google it and read it. I'm not gonna repeat that man's word, but anyway, you know, go ahead. You know, I'm fatigued, bro. I even, you know, I went on Twitter. That's the only social media outlet that I have besides Instagram. But on Instagram, I put pictures of my son, myself, my family. But, bro, I just simply put, you know, let me go ahead and get my verbatim, though, because, I mean, my tweet was simple, though. It was real simple. It was basically like, yo, this is too much. You know, these people gotta go. Let me hold on. I gotta freaking where are you? How do you put the likes?
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to the point. The point is, it's fucked up, bro, and they need to these cops, all of them, every single one of them, and I even put every single, it's disgusting, every single cop that's in that video, whether you're a foot away, 100 feet away, 1,000 feet away, even the fucking dispatcher, even the quality assurance officer that reviewed that tape and the audio the next day, everybody from commissioner to dispatcher to everybody, even to the EMS responding, whatever the fuck, they all need to be fucking put on administrative fucking leave without fucking pay, and let a full fucking investigation. Fuck your internal department, and everybody needs to let go. everybody that was, whether you pulled the trigger or not. Initially, I thought it was a taser. But apparently this man got shot.
That's that fruit.
Shot
That's
and
that.
tased.
That's that Fruitvale. That's that Fruitvale Station bullshit. I'm mistaking my taser for a handgun.
Yeah, no.
Well, bitch, you fired.
No. All of them, every single one of them, everybody there. There was no need I saw how they moved in onto the body. They grouped up, they huddled up, and they moved forward like if there was an actual imminent threat. Come on, bro. You know, you're there to protect and serve, not to eliminate. And remember, we talked about this, and I mentioned this before, bro. Protect and serve is way different than eliminating the threat. Even as soldiers.
But hold on. That's what the bad say. But when police show up in riot gear, when police have military-style weapons, MRAPs, the same shit that me and you rolled in during our deployments, are they really here to protect and serve? Is that just that's just a mouthpiece? It's like a pimp. It's like a pimp telling a bitch, "I'm here to love you, protect you, but don't be short with my money." And I mean, are they really here to protect and to serve, man? I think we've been bought. Even my mama, nigga, who gave 9 years to the Kansas City Police Department, is like, she don't know what the fuck is going on right now. Now we talking about a former cop, not two military personnel who are trying to look on it, you know, on the outside, like we military personnel trying to look on, you know, how to control order, disorder from the eyes of two fucking soldiers. We talking about someone we talking about a woman who fucking served during the 80s, 90s, the crackheads in Kansas City, Missouri. And she talking about, I don't know what the police are doing right now.
Yeah. I mean, look, you know, we all have, like I said, look, these are my exact quotes on my tweet, though. See these cops, and referencing to that video, that first videos, like, see these cops should be fired and tried for abusive behavior, because that's what it is, though. Like, you're abusing your power, your position. No, I mean, there's just no. And I know there was something, but you're gonna hit up on it later on. But there was justification and shit for this, and that Betty lady, whatever, which she should be behind bars right now. I mean, look, we have rules, man. We have laws, man, and they're, you know, if somebody in New York City, like the gun laws are so strict that if somebody shoots themselves by accident in a public setting, like the wide receiver did, you still go to jail, bro. I mean, your sentence may be reduced, but you still go to jail, whether you had it legally and it went off by accident and you shot yourself. You still going to jail, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I mean, I think just kind of like the ROE, rules of engagement, when we were deployed, granted it's a different mission, but at the same time it's the same concept. It's you break the ROE, the rules of engagement. You have to know you're aware. You have to have some sort of like mission awareness, bro. Like, know your surroundings and know what you can and cannot do. And I know that's easier said than done, but when you don that uniform and you can't have that sense of awareness, dog, like, right, you cannot be in that position. And I think that's where it gets to, bro. I mean, like we have these people. I mean, say what you want to say, the stereotypes, this and that, but at the same time, but if you can't control that or keep that shit in check, you can't be in those type of positions, bro.
Right, but
you can't, bro.
Right, but what are the rules? What are the rules of engagement when every brown person is seen as some other than? So let's just say we're seen as Iraqi hostiles, but the only caveat is that if you kill one of these Iraqi hostiles, there's no repercussions. You get paid leave.
And that's what I was getting at. It's like, hey, you know, just like how we had ROE, you know, we had a point that it was like, hey, if they're in front of you, you get them out the way to conduct mission. But then the ROE got a little more strict, and so like you cannot return fire unless you can 100% identify where that flashbang and that threat is from. And if not, you're gonna get court martialed.
Right.
And I've seen a lot of motherfuckers get that. So like, hey, and I know they get briefings before they go out on the unit, before they go out onto their areas. You know, I don't know how the briefings go, but you gotta, you know, as a supervisor, as a field supervisor, whatever, as the commander or whatever, you have to be like, yo, this is what we're gonna do, whether you like it or not. This is to protect you from yourself, because after a while, those are the briefings that we got in Iraq. It's like this briefing is not to tell you what you can do. This is to brief you on what are the possibilities and what we're doing to protect yourself from yourself. Ultimately, you have a weapon, you have the right to defend yourself, but remember that right to defend yourself comes with a consequence, and that needs to be extended to these law enforcement officers across the board, bro. The moment you pull that trigger in self-defense, whether there's a threat, there has to be a different set of rules that you are governed by, though. You can't just hide behind the badge and the fact that you're a cop, though. We can't do it as service. They can't do it as service members.
That's what they hide behind, though. Because a lot of times that gets draped into the whole thing of the cops versus the deranged Negro. And that's what it is, though. It's like, especially American society, man, it's nothing more they hate more than niggas and brown people. When I say brown people, we're talking about Hispanics. Or I should say other than, because I've also seen a lot of racism as far as Asians. When I say brown, Middle Eastern, they consider them to be brown people, Hispanics, whatever. So you find yourself competing up against that wall of the fact that people just can't accept the fact that police are people and they fuck up. Police are people and they are racist. Police are people and some of them should not be cops, man. End of the day.
But even if they are, and they go to that briefing before they go out on duty, I mean, there has to be something. I mean, if anything comes out of all of this, there has to be like a uniformity across the board. So like, hey, the moment you pull that gun out, know that we're here there's rules that are going to protect you, but know that, hey, once you pull your gun out, that there are certain, like there's a certain level of protection that goes away too.
What they're telling them is, before you put your gun out, turn your cameras off. That's it.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Or what you say is, before what you say, even if your camera's on, just kill the motherfucker, because all that happens is you in court. You know what I'm saying? Dead men tell no tales, bro.
Yeah, but I'm almost, but the camera video don't lie, though. And this is why it's going to happen.
But you got it on camera right now, and there are still people out there who are saying, well, and here's the thing. So we getting onto this other shit. They talking about PCP in the truck. But I have not seen one toxicology report. So they already dirtying the water up. And they bringing up shit from his past far about his police. But it's the same motherfucking script we see all the time, especially when it comes to niggas. What the fuck does it have to do that nigga, here it is, 2016. I'm 39 years old. You know what? When I was in the military, when I was deployed in 2001, I stole from the PX. So y'all gonna motherfucking pull my record from 2001, even though I have served honorably since then, have made the rank of staff sergeant. So if I get killed by a fucking cop, y'all gonna pull up some shit from 2001 and say, well, this nigga stole a motherfucking pack of gun from the PX in 2001. He gotta be bad. And that's the shit they doing, man. And it fucking infuriates me, dog. None of this shit has anything to do with anything besides this white bitch killed a nigga, and they fucking preying on the fucking sense, the fucking ignorance of America. And they got this bitch every time about, well, I was scared for my life. Well, bitch, if you scared for your life, hand your fucking badge in, your gun in, because your fucking job is to be out there on the fucking dark roads at night and fucking not being judge and jury, but serving and protecting, like you said, my man. And nigga, I'm so upset right now, niggas. And Tanya was tweeting about this shit. I'm sure you saw it, nigga. I was in Oklahoma when this man died, not too far away from there. And I don't want to make it about me, man, but it's like, nigga, what they would have pulled me over. And because of now, you never know what's happening, nigga. I travel whenever I leave the state of Kansas, nigga. I travel with my motherfucking pistol all the time. So what then? What then? They pull me over. They find a pistol in the motherfucking U-Haul. I get shot, and then they pull up some report. Well, 2001, this nigga stole some shit from a PX in Bosnia. He must be a bad man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In 2004, he had an unpaid traffic ticket. We had to kill him. What? I need somebody to explain to me what the fuck does PCP in here? Well, we found PCP in his truck. And understand this, I don't believe them. I think they full of shit. Where the PCP at? Where the pictures of the PCP at?
Well, it's a lie because even the dispatcher, when the reason why the cops were sent over was because the man broke down in the middle of the highway.
His vehicle broke down. But go look now what they sent. I want you to go back now and look at the new reports. There was a man who was running up and down the road saying the car was going to blow up. So originally the report was his vehicle was stalled, but now they changing the narrative. And the fact remains that I don't want to say all white people. There's some fucking simple-minded niggas out there too who buying into this shit. Who buying into this, this high nigga was just running up and down the road. Never mind the fact he was coming home from a class at community college. Look, nigga, matter of fact, who the fuck does PCP, Frank? When the last time you heard a nigga doing PCP?
Not really.
Niggas doing weed, fucking meth, codeine, and maybe a little heroin. Am I lying?
Nah, I don't think you are. I mean,
weed, meth, heroin.
Like I said,
and if you're a college student, you might be getting an illegal fucking amphetamine.
But he was
Adderall prescription.
He was 40 plus. He was 40 plus. Like he wasn't a young thing. You know?
No, that's what I'm saying though. I'm saying though, who nigga? I had two uncles who are now dead because they was in that game. That had crack houses, nigga. Niggas doing crack, niggas doing cocaine, niggas doing meth, and not niggas, but these white boys out here in Independence, Missouri, out here in the motherfucking Ozarks, the foothill, Missouri, they doing methamphetamines, that fucking that cheap ass meth they can cook up in them motherfucking trailers. Niggas doing this fucking, I don't know where this uncut heroin coming from. Niggas doing prescription pills. Who in the fuck is doing PCP in 2016, dog? Tulsa PD can't even get their racial stereotypes right, dog.
Yeah. Like I said, man, everybody in that video, everybody involved, they need to just pen in the badge. Hey, you said something about Betty, about her state of mind, or if she can, something about like her.
Bitch, if you can't do your job, stay home. Betty Shelby, if your ass can't do your fucking job, even if you get found not guilty, which you probably will because you're a white woman that shot a nigga, we know how that goes. Just quit. Just quit. Because you know what? There are niggas all around America who are driving down roads at night, and guess what? Niggas are driving vehicles that may or may not break down. Niggas are driving vehicles that may or may not resist. Niggas just may just be walking down the road. We would hate for you to be scared of another nigga walking down the road and kill him. Bitch, just quit.
Here's the thing. You can quit. I know a lot of people out there are going to argue and say, well, that's what they do. That's their profession. Listen, it's a profession, but they could always change it. You could quit. It's a choice that they make. It's a conscious choice that they make to go out there and do what they do. Not in comparison to being out a soldier that's deployed and this and that. No, because you can, you can choose not to do your mission, whatever, but there's going to be consequences to that. You could choose to go AWOL and leave, but your only way out of there is through the means that got you there. So unless you want to back road into the desert, run into some people that don't speak the language, same language you do, and you're trying to get them, and you're by yourself, and you need their help now. No, not happening. There's not a real choice there, dog. There's a choice to join, but there's not a choice to, once you're in the quote unquote the shit. You know what I mean? There's not a real choice of like going out there or not though. Here, we want to compare them to like being a soldier and being into a going into a hostile area, whatever. This is a choice. You decide to do this. You know, you could just like you decided to put down that uniform. You could don the uniform to be a security officer. You could don the uniform to be a fireman. You could don the uniform to be a different type of cop, you know, or FBI agent or whatever the fuck. You just don't. I mean, if you don't have that state of mind, like you can go do something fucking else, and you need to do that. Like, but you know that comparison right there, like you know, there's they this is what they do. This is what they love to do. Yeah, you know, I love to do a lot of shit, but if I could do everything that I love to do, I'll be in jail, though.
You know what?
I'll be in jail.
You know what I love to do, Frank? I love to wake up and play basketball on Sunday, but guess what? That don't mean I can be a fucking professional motherfucking NBA basketball player. You might love to help your community, Betty, but that don't mean you should be a motherfucking police officer, bitch, because you have shown. Matter of fact, if you now, because first of all, you said, what was the first part, Kane? Well, he seen that he was unstable, this, and that. I fear for my life. Now they're saying that you confuse your motherfucking taser for your weapon for your taser. That means you bad at your job, man. And here's my point: is if civilians, let's not just say niggas. If civilians got to be 100% right all the time when it comes to dealing with police, that means that I gotta be on my A's and Q's. My A's and Q's, my P's and Q's. My bad, it's a tank. I gotta be on my P's and Q's. That means I gotta have my wallet in the right place. That means I gotta make sure that when I open my glove box, there's no clutter. That way, there's nothing to scare you. That means that I can't have any sudden movements. That means I gotta be perfect when I have to deal with you, bitch. That means you gotta be perfect when you deal with me. And if you're not perfect, and somebody die, that means you gotta get fired. I'm sorry.
And it doesn't matter that you have to be perfect, bro. You don't have to be perfect.
No. You have to be. You have to be perfect. You have to be perfect or you die.
But who's going to define perfect? Because this man Terrence had his hands up.
Yeah,
not posing a threat to anybody.
But even with that though, what me and you perceive to be perfect, you can go on social media right now and find people saying, "Well, here's this, here's that." He's reaching in a window that. All the videos I look at, it seems like the window's closed. But there are still people who give benefit of the doubt to the police officer because it is a nigga. Pure and simple. Pure and simple, dog. So that means literally we still have to be more perfect, dog. And I hate to, that's improper English because perfect is perfect. That means we have to be better at being perfect. You know what I'm saying? So that means we have to find a video where the lighting's just right, where I don't go to my vehicle, where the sun's at the right angle, dog. You get what I'm getting at, dog, right? But even if you're perfect, they say, well, we found PCP in the vehicle. So but I go PCP in the vehicle, and there was a motherfucker at work that said that shit. And I'm like, have they found PCP in his system, though?
Yeah.
Where's that? Me and you work at a hospital, right? Me and you work at a hospital. You a nurse. I'm a graduate nurse. I haven't taken my NCLEX. Yes, I've graduated nursing school. I'm a technician. Where's the fucking toxicology report that says this man had PCP in his system? So don't come to me with this simple bullshit. Because what they want you to do is say 1 + 1 = 2. Nah, bitch, 1 + 1 = cat shit right now. Because you're trying to say that, oh, well, he looks like he was waving his hands and walking away. He had PCP in the vehicle, so he was acting crazy. But I'm like, he didn't seem to be acting crazy. He didn't seem to be out of control. And once again, if he was out of control, why didn't you tase him initially as he was going to his vehicle, which you didn't do? Right. And if you meant to tase him, last time I checked, I've held a taser as someone who's been a security officer and a soldier. I've held the taser and I've held a handgun, being one that was given to me by my employer and one that I own. They feel totally fucking different. Totally different in the hand. One's plastic for the most part. One for the most part feels like metal, a little bit heavier. They feel totally different. One's big and yellow. You can see it at night. Whatever. So anyway, I'm supposed to believe this deranged, crazy man who you said was out of control. You were such in fear for your life. You allowed him to walk back to his vehicle, get his hands on his vehicle. They had an open window. Okay, which I still can't see. And then you decide to shoot him. I don't know, dog. I'm just my thoughts everywhere right now, dog. It's becoming too much, man. Niggas, we just have to be so perfect at all times. And even when we are perfect, they'll pull up some fucking arrest record from when you were fucking 16. Nigga, you stole 2 sticks of bubble gum. You can't be a good person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, George Bush, our president, took us to war under false pretense. But we holding this nigga accountable for some crimes he committed 10 years ago. Man, fuck everybody, nigga. Fuck everybody right now, dog. I'm just so fucking mad right now, dog. And then to hear people at the job who are supposed to be intellectuals, educated people, and just to buy into this fear of the black man. I'm like, nigga, I'm a black man. Not only I'm a black man, if you would have met me in my high school days, in my early college days, I'm a black man that would have fucked you up just off top before I became so uncalled civilized.
But you different.
Huh?
But you different though. You different though.
I'm special. I'm a special snowflake. There's a reason why I was called. There's a reason why niggas call me the madman in basic training, niggas. I'll fucking nigga up. I was a squad leader for a reason because I had no problems of putting my hands on a nigga. I was 240 pounds of fucking anger. But you grow up and you realize, but that's the thing though. It's like white people are allowed to go through these transitions of being young and being high and doing drugs and doing this and doing that, and they grow up and they become better people. But niggas are never allowed to evolve, dog. We like retarded Pokemon, dog. We can't evolve. We can't be better. Like, so if you saw Roger in 2001, 2002 and saw me now 2016, it's like, but that can't be you because niggas don't evolve. That's what you tell me when I look at the news and you start showing me some niggas arrest report, some niggas crime report, some niggas whatever he did 15 years ago. You like, niggas can't evolve, or he went to jail one time, but like, isn't that the point of jail? To rehabilitate motherfuckers? But we all know I know.
That's one of my talking points.
I know. That's why I thought about it. But it's like, but it's just. I don't know, man. I just see this shit, man. I see another black man on the ground, and it could have been a black woman. If we got black listeners out there, I know we got one. My friend Ada out there, she listens, she grinds, she deals with us, because it don't stop with just black men. Black women die at the hands. Black women not only die, they get sexually assaulted, by these police officers. Like, they found an old boy in Oklahoma who had all these women of color who he had sexually assaulted, raped, whatever. Was that Hornsclaw or Hornclaw? I forget his name. But so it ain't just black men. Don't get me wrong. So that's why I keep saying black people. We keep having to be so fucking perfect, just to get a little bit of doubt. Just to get a little bit of doubt, man. And like, here's this man on camera. Even let's just say he was high on PCP. What the fuck did he do? What the fuck did he do to justify being shot? I mean, what did he do? I mean, and you put this on top of the fact that there was a man who was a suspect in a bombing on the East Coast who got into a shootout with the police, and this nigga is still alive. Are you fucking kidding me, dog? And I got numerous videos of white men high on whatever the fuck. They got knives, they got hatchets, they got guns, they got whatever the fuck. They didn't barricade themselves in their houses, and they still alive to tell the fucking tale. And then don't get me started on these niggas who on this black on black crime shit. Guess what? There's white on white crime. There's Asian on Asian crime. There's Middle Eastern on Middle Eastern crime. Because for the most, not for the most part, is a fact that violent crime is a crime of fucking proximity. If you're a black man, you live in a black neighborhood, there's a higher chance you'll be killed by black people. If you're a white man, live in a white neighborhood, there's a higher chance you'll be killed by white people. If another motherfucker tell me about black on black crime, I'm gonna fucking drive to your mama's house and punch that bitch in the face. Cause she should have raised you right. I'm tired of this shit, man.
I need you to explain that, the proximity theory. Because
it's not a theory. The fact remains that for the most part, we tend to want to be around people who look like us, who accept the same values as us, who mirror our same standards. So for the most part, I like to live in a neighborhood that matches my motherfucking financial gain. But for the most part, I don't want to be the only nigga out there. So I'm going to live in a neighborhood of color. So there's going to be black people, there's going to be white people. And the thing is that white people don't understand that you can't get rid of white people. Especially the more money you make, you'll never get rid of white people. Sorry. That's just what it is. But you can always get rid of niggas. And brown people, Frank. So the thing is that, huh?
Go ahead.
So the thing is
what I was trying to get at. I mean,
no. I was just saying. So for 9 times out of 10, white people live around, huh?
You long-winded right now.
No, I'm saying, so 9 times out of 10, white people live around white people. Black folks around black folks. Asians around Asian folks. That's why you got motherfucking Chinatown. That's why you got little Mexico, all this shit like that. And most crimes of passion, most crimes of violence tend to happen in proximity. So if somebody breaks into my house, it tends to be the motherfucker in my neighborhood who would happen to be another black person. So if you look at FBI statistics, there's not a big gap between supposed white on white crime, black on black crime. But the thing is, America wants you to think that black on black crime is this thing that, oh my God, only niggas kill niggas. White people don't kill white people. We don't know how white people keep dying. It's some anomaly. I don't know, but that's what America wants you to believe, or but society, however you want to address it. Fuck, I don't know, but. And that's the truth. So whatever the fuck it is, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Dog, I'm so mad right now, dog. You try, and you know
I'm just letting you out.
And you know I'm just
letting you go. Dog.
And you know I'm mad. But the thing is though, it just doesn't matter, dog. But the people who say black on black crime are the same motherfuckers that say we all Americans. So when somebody says that to me, I go, isn't it American on American crime? And they usually look at me dumbfounded. Like, what do you mean? Well, I'm like, well, I'm black, but you just said there's no color. But at the same point in time, you said black on black crime. But then to defend this thing to defend your point against Colin Kaepernick, you said we're all Americans. So end of the day, wouldn't it be American on American crime? You simple, mouth-breathing, oxygen-thieving motherfucker.
Well, I guess what I was getting at with the proximity stuff is, we right now we are talking about it in the context, and what you're talking about is in the context of races, not racist of whether you're Hispanic, Latino, African American, black or white or Anglo, whatever. But proximity does not. It goes beyond race, ethnicity. It goes, right. It goes into how you were saying your finances. Accountants tend to hang out with other accountants.
Right, but I was saying that
tend to hang out, and that's what you're saying. That I think. But with the proximity stuff, it's not limited to just races. But like in this case, you're right. To simplify, if you basically, if I live in a Hispanic neighborhood and I get robbed, well, and let's say it's another Hispanic, well, it's going to be more likely that's a Hispanic on Hispanic crime. You know what I mean? But like me, in my current situation, because my wife is white and I'm Hispanic, our financial means does not separate us. We're equals in that sense. But our race, our skin tone differentiates us. But what we live in that middle. We live in the better part of the city or town or whatever. But we like my family, my household would skew those statistics. And if I don't know, if let's say I don't know if so that's basically what it comes. But it does. What I wanted to make sure that is that people understand that the crime of it's due to proximity. Proximity doesn't have to do with just necessarily. It extends beyond the tone, the skin tone that you have or whatever. Because
that's why I said more.
That's the beginning. That's the beginning.
More than likely, if you are a person of color, you tend to live around other people of color. I'm saying, but money pushes you to a thing where, but then it also leads us to other things as far as like racial systems. Where why do we believe that if I have a certain amount of money, I have to move away from people of color, or is it that certain neighborhoods where there is a higher concentration of people of color are just made to be higher crime areas, less tax dollars, which means the school systems are bound to be shit, which means the public services are bound to be shit. So and that's a whole nother topic right there, though.
Yeah. But I know you're mad. I'm
just mad, dog. It's like the more I read, and then you got this, and then you hear all this other news about how this bitch got, how in the past she smoked marijuana, and she got like in the past her ex-husband's new wife filed an order restrained against her, and it's all this other shit where it's like, but I get it. She's a human. But niggas ain't allowed to be human. Niggas ain't allowed to have records. Niggas ain't allowed to have just like, okay, at one time I was 18, I robbed a motherfucking liquor store, but now I'm 40 years old and I've never done anything again. It's like, no, you a bad man forever. You a bad man forever, dog. And it's like, what? Niggas, like I said, niggas are the, when it comes to being, if we Pokemon, niggas are the retarded Pokemon of life, dog. We not allowed to evolve. We just can't.
Stop evolving. Stop educating yourself.
You can't evolve.
Stop.
And then we don't get into the, what we talked about him. We don't get into old boy in North Carolina, who some say was holding the book. The cops say he had a gun. But like,
I don't know anything about that. I haven't read up on that yet.
Where is he at? Where we at?
Well, hold on. Before we get to that, man, let's just finish this off, man. Like this whole.
I don't have no more to say besides fuck Tulsa PD, who was it 5-6 years ago was already under federal investigation for numerous violations of planting drugs on niggas. So let's not forget that while we start talking about this man's criminal background. Let's talk about Tulsa PD's criminal background as the whole fucking Tulsa PD under federal investigation. But fuck that, right? Man, fuck them, and fuck you, and fuck your family, fuck your friends, fuck everybody who you friends with if they out there spewing this bullshit. Cause it'd be one thing, and I get it. If a nigga out there holding a knife, holding a gun, charging at police, whatever, I get it. I'm not blind enough to say that police are never justified in shooting people, but this, for all intents and purposes, like a pretty open and shut case of somebody who is a cop, who shouldn't be a cop, who shot a nigga who was unarmed. Period. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, and that's what it is.
And that's another thing that we, I don't want to roll every other shooting with each other. We use them as comparisons, but we have to treat them individually and isolate them from one another. We're just looking at what's in the video and the contents individually and assess it and go by that. And I think that a good sound person would do that. I mean, I don't want to. They're similar in the sense that the results, the actions of the results are similar, but every case needs to be looked at differently and individually.
Yeah.
Because
what I will say
because the only reason why I say that is because if you can easily, use another, just like, in law school, lawyers do the same thing. They use another case, another ruling of a different case, and to bring them into what the current kind of like into their to help their narrative. In other words, and so in this case, I just want to look at what happened here in this video, and to me, for all intensive purposes, intentional purposes, it felt wrong from the beginning to even now. But really quick, I want to share this video. No one else is going to hear it because my audio's fucked up. But I'm going to basically, I'm gonna share it with you so you can see it. You're not gonna be able to hear it, but you're gonna see it. It's on my tweet. It's on my Twitter feed. At 30 pieces of AG.
I'm saying, why are you sharing Twitter right on our podcast? Why are you sharing videos? No one can even hear.
Well, because I want you to get a reaction, and I'm already sharing the screen with you, and I'm gonna press play, and I'm basically gonna let me set the screen. Let me set up the scene for everybody. So basically, a female's the driver, a male between the age of 22 to 32.
I think I've already seen this where the cop breaks the window.
Yes. So here's what I'm saying. So he's basically he's complying with everything that they're asking him for, right? They're asking for ID. So they give it to him. He complies. He just asks him a question. The driver is like, why are you asking him for more ID identification? He's reaching into his book bag because that's where his ID is at, identification is at. And now they'll start, telling him to open the window, open the door, get out. He refuses to, and he questions them, which is all his right to do. He's like, he has nothing. He's not even the driver. Why are they even talking to him about it, right? And so now they bust the window, and they tase him, and then they yank him out.
I've seen this, dog. The fact remains that none of these laws apply to niggas, man. None of these laws.
And they draw weapons.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
They draw weapons on. I know you do, but I'm saying for the audience, they draw weapons on this man, this passenger side. On the passenger side, they draw weapons on this colored man, brown man, black man, with 2 kids in the back. 2 kids. I know what happened. Most of you probably seen it.
Nigga, last month, 2 months ago, they killed a man in a car with a kid. Nigga, the police don't fucking care. They can do whatever they want. They get fucking paid motherfucking leave, and they may get fired. Ain't nobody going to jail, nigga. And it's just, nigga, I've seen this video. I don't mean to be this way to you, Frank, but it's like, nigga, America don't fucking care. They're like, oh, well, you got these laws. And I see the video of the white man who gets away with doing this shit. He on Facebook, do this, do that. Them fucking nigga, we are amendments, dog. You get what I'm saying, dog? When I say we are amendments to the Constitution, dog, we are 13 amendments, man. Any fucking point in time, some fucking congressman, if enough motherfucking senators and motherfucking people in the House of Representatives say we want to fucking take this amendment away, nigga, I'm a slave again, dog.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah, I do.
Nigga, these laws wasn't meant for us, dog. This conceal and carry, this open carry shit, it wasn't meant for me, nigga. And I'm a lawful fucking, I bought my weapon, I'm registered, I got my conceal and carry, and I know for a fact I can go anywhere because I got my motherfucking military ID, I got my permits in Missouri, in Kansas. I can open carry, nigga, wherever I want, but I know for a fact I never will. Because these niggas will kill me, dog.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, and the thing is, the news report will be like, he got a gun and want a white motherfucker nowhere. These same white motherfuckers to go, and I ain't saying all white people, because, you know, we got people like Dr. Sam, we got my homeboy who gonna come on the show. Josh, I want you to meet him, cool white dude. People like them who are like, who understand the law, who were just down to earth people who ain't about that bullshit. But for the most part, people would just say he was this big 240 pound 6'3" nigga who had a gun. and won't nobody ever say, but having a gun ain't against the law.
Right.
I mean, you got the police shot this man in North Carolina. What are the gun laws in North Carolina? Is it against the law of him to have a weapon?
I don't know.
We don't know, but automatically go, he got a gun, and then I gotta be at work. I gotta be on fucking. And actually, like I told you, I don't do it no more, dog. I'm a grown man. Everybody I deal with are adults. I am no longer gonna take the time to explain racism, sexism, transgenderism, all that other shit to other adults. It ain't my fucking job, nigga. You would just be fucking lost out there, and you can figure out why we not friends no more.
Yeah, you remember you were on the you were arguing with me about that. You're like, well, maybe I could educate them.
I feel no. I said I will fucking say I will say my piece, but if you come to me off top with some black on black crime, block, nigga.
Yeah.
Now, if you come to me with some shit where I'm just like, okay, let me hip you to this shit here, and you go, oh, okay, well, if I just say, okay, well, if you come to me, well, this, and that, and I go, well, is having a gun against the law? And you still come to me with some ignorant shit? Block. I don't have time, dog. Like I told motherfuckers today, dog, I got 5 kids to raise, man. I'm trying to get married again. I'm trying to get right with a woman, dog. I ain't got time to fucking explain racism to white folks.
And you got a podcast to get ready for.
And I got a podcast, dog. I ain't got time to explain racism to white folks. I ain't got time to explain motherfucking this. I ain't got time to explain racism to niggas. They should know. But there's some niggas out here who don't know. And I'll be like, block. But you're right. Like you said, I did say that. And I'm... It's just, nigga, I'm just tired, dog.
That's 2 times in this podcast, dog, that you said that.
Dog, I'm just tired, dog. I'm just tired, man.
Fatigue, bro. I'm telling you, man, look, I want to be mad.
Like I told a motherfucker today, if I want to, because right now, Kansas University, because Kansas, I think Kansas, depending on what part of Kansas you're in, I think we are open. You know what? Let's not even use that because I'm not for sure. But Missouri is an open carry state, nigga, and they just now got rid of have to have a permit to conceal and carry. So you can do either or right now, no permit, as long as you have a fucking legal firearm. So if a nigga want to get a fucking what they call those you got the fucking shotgun shells. The bandolo, whatever the fuck, of shotgun shells and the shotgun on my back. You can't say nothing to me throughout the state of Missouri. But you know what? Best believe my black ass won't do it. Why? Because let my black ass go to 6th and Prospect with this motherfucking shotgun shells and the shotgun. Nigga, I'll be dead. And the first thing they going to say is armed suspect. They gonna say, but won't know about because I'm a black man though. It's already inferred that I should be a suspect. Won't nobody ever say suspect of what? Won't nobody ever say, well, hold on, Missouri's the open carry state. Why was he shot for having a weapon? But that's the shit though. When you brown like me and you, when you black, like most of our friends. You already live with the fact of knowing that these laws ain't for us. Because even when I drove down to Texas and had my handgun, I still hit it. Even though it's perfectly fine, especially when I'm going through Kansas. For me, I can have that bitch sitting on the motherfucking seat. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you could have the revolver.
I can have that bitch locked. I can have that bitch.
If you're showing,
I can have that bitch locked and loaded on the passenger side seat. Because I'm registered and licensed to do as such. But I won't do it. But liquor stores. But nigga, I won't do it. Because I'm a nigga in the state of Kansas. And I'm not only am I a nigga state in Kansas, I'm about to go to all these little small backwood ass towns in Kansas as I head to Texas.
That's your fault, though. Stay on the highway, though. Stay on the interstate.
Nigga,
Stay on the federal.
but the interstates still go to these small towns, nigga. Are you kidding me? Look what the interstate.
But you don't have to stop there.
Look, huh?
You don't have to stop there. That's why remember on the podcast
as if the highway patrol care. As if the highway patrol care, nigga.
But family member does, dog.
Who?
When my sister decided to come from Jackson, Mississippi, and took diagonally into Arkansas and into Missouri, I was like, no, you need to get back to 55. I don't give a fuck how much it deviates you from.
But all I'm saying,
back on 55.
But all I'm saying is if you strapped up and you ride with the motherfucking. That's what I'm saying. If you strapped up and the highway patrol pull you over, nigga, what?
You better tell them, divulge information. Tell them I got a shotgun. I got bomb making material.
And I get shot in the fucking face, nigga.
Well, you should tell them, hey, I got bomb making material and I'm Muslim.
But the thing is, though, there is no law saying. But the thing is, though, there is no law saying I have to divulge to them I have a weapon in the car. It's nice for me to do it, but I don't have to.
Right.
I don't have to, nigga. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a felon.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying though. But like I told, because it was years ago. Damon got pulled over. Like I got a pistol in the ride. I'm like, nigga, you don't have to tell them shit. This is your pistol. This is your pistol. You are licensed and registered.
We're at almost 2 hours though.
Okay, my bad, man. But okay, now you the one trying to clap me up, nigga. Anyway.
Just saying. Though,
anyway, we can move on. Dog.
Here's what's gonna happen. And it's happened for the last 45 minutes. I'm going to say something. Then you're going to say something to agree with it. And then I'm going to say something to agree with it. Then we're both going to be fatigued. Then we're both going to be mad. Then we're going to be fatigued. Then we're going to have another example. Then we're going to be fatigued. And blah, blah, blah. Yes, though. We get it, dog. Like, but your sense of, I don't know where, for me, I'm angry, but like
I'm gonna say is we won't talk on the Charlotte. Go ahead. We won't talk on the Charlotte shooting until everything gets cleared up. But all I'm saying about this Tulsa shit, if this nigga had PCP on him,
who cares, dog?
All I'm saying, I need to see a toxicology report.
Yeah.
And on top of that, if not, stop saying shit. And hooray to whoever finally brought this bitch up on charges of manslaughter. Hooray for that.
Yeah, but she shouldn't be the only one. But whatever. Hey,
but no. Before we move on, I was talking about this because no. I'm real quick. You've been a man. You've been a man deployed. So I'm saying though, how does that shit happen? How that'd be like me patting a nigga down, and you just start shooting. That's how close she was to everybody else. Wouldn't you say something, dog? Like nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I keep going back and like, you see how you look at the tactical movement that the cops did. Even when they tried to when they came up to him as Terrence was walking towards the vehicle, they had a tactic. They both they got tight on each other, and they moved tactically to him. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like you were talking, there was a decision made by all of them, whether she was the only one that pulled the trigger or not. There was a tight formation there that was tactically moving with her towards him. And the shit that really pissed me off, really, really fucking pissed me off. And I'm glad that the helicopter got this. And I'm glad that there's like a million fucking angles to show this video. And what happened is that fucking cop that decided to block the front side of the highway where the vehicle was facing forward. He took his vehicle, parked it in front of it, but at an angle to block the incoming traffic, as to say, like, don't come here, like, signal somebody or whatnot. That's fucking bullshit, because right there, you're that no one's gonna get too close to your vehicle, so already you are deferring what the scene of the crime. Like you're pushing, you're blocking the view from other people to even question. Because I would be like, yo, hold up, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Like they said,
because for example, like if somebody was like, for example, like if there was like, let's say that the vehicle that caught blocked from continuing on that path, let's say that car was a MD, a surgeon, right? He was on his way to his shift. Legally, he could have stopped, be a good Samaritan, and offered aid to the wounded.
Bruh, all they would have said was that. Bro, all they would have said was that from 1,000 feet in the sky, they had already determined that he was a bad dude.
Right. But anyway, so like that's what I.
Let's move on, dog. You said we had 1:40. We had an hour 45 minutes, dog. Let's move on. So what we talking about?
So
what's save Dior? What you talking about for Saturday?
Yeah.
The prison system. I think that'd be pretty good to talk about.
Yeah, I guess for you, we could touch on it a little bit. I don't want to go into too much detail.
We touch on it, nigga. No, let's just talk about it Saturday.
But no, yeah, that's fine. But just kind of give like a teaser for everybody. Basically, we're talking about like the privatized prison system. There you go.
Yes.
Go Google it.
Yeah,
Google it.
Let's talk about it for Saturday. That way we can really talk about it and not be like rushing through it because like it's like almost 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
No, for real. I do. No, I'm saying, nigga, for real. I want to talk about it. That way we can do some more research.
No, we will. We will. We will.
All right. So, but let's roll it. So you know what? We need to work on a teaser, like a little whatever the fuck people do. We need to get our audio together though, for like the. Not so much like other shit, but like since the fucking, just like the Shut Up Pussy Award, which is now being turned into the Golden Dick Award, we need, when we roll into that segment, we need to have like a little, you know what I'm saying? Not like that. Hey nigga, I need some joy in my life, dog. Hey nigga, you don't understand how mad I am, bruh. Like nigga, I was literally in Oklahoma when this man died. It's like I don't want to make it about me, nigga, but it's like, nigga, How do you feel
about it, Winston?
Nigga, I was on the road at like fucking 4 a.m, nigga. Anyway, this is nigga. Just fuck everybody, dog. Anyway, let's roll to this. Hey y'all, yeah, we had because like it just rolled in the dicks. I think Frank talked about it.
No, hold on, man. We're not going there yet. No. You want to kill it already, or
nigga? We're about to go in 2 hours. Let's kill it, dog.
All right,
let's kill it.
All right, hey, look, man. I want you to before we go there, I want you to think about for Saturday. We're gonna talk about these privatized prison,
right.
Private prisons, all right, or the privatized prison industry. And then I also want you to something I also wanted to talk about was traditions, especially like cultural or familial traditions.
As far as what?
And just any traditions that you may have, like whether it be culture wise or family wise. Like I'm just gonna stereotype and just to be funny. You black, so I'm assume that you like soul food.
Nigga, right? No. I mean, but what is soul food though?
Those are the type of traditions. I'll give you an example. So there was a tradition of, I was listening to one of the podcasts, Latino USA, NPR. Listen, you asked, motherfucker.
No, why can't we talk about?
So real quick, with the Hispanics, when in the Latino community, hair is a big thing, and when you're a baby, you get to a certain age or a certain months or whatever, the parents decides to shave it off,
right?
So it could grow thicker, full, or whatever. That's been disproven, but it's still considered a tradition in the Latino community. A lot of them are starting to break away from that, but that's kind of the things that I wanted to see. I mean, are there any traditions? You don't have to say now, but like on Saturday, think of like any traditions that they did for you or your family did while you were growing up. And then what traditions are you going to continue for your kids now, and even your newest son, Grant? And what traditions are you going to stop? There's a couple that I want to discuss when we get back on Saturday or whatever. Just kind of think about that. You know,
I will
and
think about it, sir.
yeah, and then
Oh my god,
the-
nigga, you gotta
and
give
then
me nigga homework, nigga.
that's it. No? I mean, like I told you, I was out there trying to get my shit right. That like, hey, listen, man, I know this is a podcast. I know this is you're black and I'm brown, I'm Hispanic, or whatever. One of the things that I've been trying to do is trying to get a good, well-rounded perspective. There's a lot of podcasts I listen to. A lot of them it's like black podcasts, but at the same time, it's for everybody, all minorities too. So I've been listening, just trying to get
I thought we were
looking
wrapping
for
up.
the podcast. But anyway, if you're a Latino or you're interested in different podcasts, man, Latino USA on NPR, and there's another one called Code Switch. I recommend that one on NPR. That's just awesome. And then with that, we'll wait on. You'll get my thoughts on next time we record, whether it be Saturday, tomorrow, or whatever. And we're going into this. We're not calling it the Shut Up Pussy anymore.
I don't know.
Award.
You have persuaded me. I guess the hashtag can still be Shut Up Pussy, but I guess we might just call them the Golden Dick Awards, dog.
Okay, that's fine. I still like the Shut Up Pussy because even if you don't win an award, you can still shut the fuck up.
Oh, the Shut Up Pussy segment? Oh, we can do that.
Yeah.
We can figure it out.
Yeah.
I like how you get me on here and then be like, oh, I do still like it. And I got.
Wait, hold up though. I didn't tell you. I asked you. Do you just want? Should it be an award or a segment? You're like,
well, it should be the
Shut
Up. It can be the Shut Up Pussy segment, but we give out the Golden Dicks.
There you go.
There we go. All right, there we have it.
Golden Dickies.
All three listeners have heard us agree.
And you've heard him say that I was right twice.
That's okay. And they all know that Florida State sucks dick.
So anyway, we're gonna go from lowest to least. Wooden dick, wooden dildo.
I gotta make a change, dog. I forgot about this. I forgot about this motherfucker here. So I'm gonna take Trent Dilfer out as far for me. And Anthony.
So
Weiner.
my wooden dick winner or nominee is going to be my wooden dick dildo award is going to go to ESPN for allowing Trent Dilfer to not only fucking say and speak his mind, but allow him to come back without any repercussions. And I'll expand on that when we go up to Trent Dilfer when he's the recipient of another award.
Why'd you just tell him now? He's
no,
because recipient.
It's gonna be your wooden. It's gonna be your wooden dildo, and then my wooden dildo.
Okay,
like,
so for me, my wooden dildo, I had to replace it. It's gonna go to Ray Lewis, or Ray, also known as the nigga that stabbed the motherfucker and got away with it, but now has the audacity to talk about black on black crime to shame black people. Ray Lewis says that Terrence Crutcher isn't race driven. Also, like I said, brings up black on black crime. Yeah. We already, like I said, if you listen to the show, we already touched on black crime and the whole fucking just the fucking fuckboy scapegoatism bullshit theory that it is. It's just crime. It's just crime that happens to involve black people, but no one ever says white on white crime, which is crime that involves white people. So yeah, it's a bullshit thing. It's a lazy ass meme. If you post it on my wall, as far as Facebook and Twitter, you may
I'm gonna troll your ass.
You may find yeah. I'll block you, nigga. I'll still fucking podcast with you, but I'll block you. I'll mute you. But if you're not this nigga, you may find yourself, you might be like, Roger hasn't posted any pictures in a long time. And then when you go to send me a fucking message, find yourself blocked. Like I said, man, I don't have time, dog. I don't have time. You got Google. You have a library card, which is free. You have if you have a MacBook or an iPhone, you have iTunes U, which has a plethora of fucking resources to where you can learn about all this shit. So yeah, fuck you, Ray Lewis. That's my the Wooden Dick Award for me, Ray Lewis.
Wooden dildo.
Wooden dildo, my bad. Wooden dildo. Sorry about that. Hey, yeah. Go ahead.
What you were gonna say?
I said, oh, when you do the notes, put that in there, like in as far as like the little notes. But you can't say pussy.
But that's why I top. That's why I.
Okay, but you gotta be like, you can't say pussy on iTunes.
Yes,
they will block you.
I'll just say pussycat.
Or just like P star star star. Why?
Wait, but our shit is illicit though.
Right, but like you still can like iTunes, they don't give a fuck. Like your verbiage can be illicit, but if you like in your description and shit like that, if you type like some fucking out of control shit, nigga, they will. Hey, not today.
I'll put the S's and dollar signs then.
Yeah, cause they will get at you.
All right. And so the next award is the half a chub.
Half a chub.
Half a chub. And the half a chub, staying kind of on the same area of broadcasters. Rodney Harrison. Rodney Harrison, come on down and receive this this half a chub.
Half a chub.
You know, for your comment, your simple comment of saying that Colin Kaepernick is quote unquote not black.
He must not read Colin Kaepernick's timeline.
This is a man that works for NBC. There's a man that played for the Patriots and cheated. I don't even know how to explain how someone's not black. You not eat greens, you not eat soul food.
Hey, hold on. Wasn't he the one that old boy caught the ball on his helmet?
Nah, I think so. Yeah, could be.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. You know what? I'm an atheist,
so
but I might say there might be a guy, because God knows that he was going to say some fuck shit one day. And he said, let this nigga catch this ball on his helmet, because in 2016, this nigga might say some dumb shit.
Yeah. So basically, this call for calling Colin Kaepernick of not being black. And so just because he's not signing for the and because he doesn't truly understand racism. So but Rodney Harrison, athlete, I'm gonna go with the stereotype that he's not real educated, probably graduated, left school early. He probably left school early, didn't get his degree, and is not real educated.
He's black.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he's saying Colin Kaepernick's not black, why was going to stop me from not saying that Rodney Harrison is not educated?
That's valid. Well, for me, for my half a chub award, because I don't want to give him a bag or a bowl of dicks, because it's obvious he can't handle his own dick. I'm going with Anthony Weiner, who has been accused of a sexting relationship with a 15-year-old girl.
What? Repeat that. Whoa.
Anthony Weiner has been accused of a sexting relationship with a 15-year-old girl. This came out September 21st, yesterday, 2016. Hold on, man. I'm trying to find this nigga's. Hey, man. I want you to guess what this nigga's online name was.
I am Wiener.
Nah, dog. And I read in one, was that the Kick, the KIK, that little app, whatever exchange. She asked him about his online persona. Carlos Danger.
Why is it so funny though?
Why is this nigga's name Carlos Danger, dog? And Wiener jumped on that chance for a cheesy come on. Oh my God! You can tell me anything he wrote. I like that. Would you like to call me something? The girl responded. Mine. Wiener allegedly wrote back. Oh my God. Hey man, he just got somebody gotta just get this nigga off the internet, dog. Cause it's obvious he has no idea how technology works. I mean, never mind the fact that he's out here just sending his dick pics to people who don't want it, nor to people who should be looking at it, i.e. 15-year-old girls. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't. we might need another segment for like just rapey, child molesting motherfuckers, dog. We might have to call it the Joe Paterno segment or some shit. I don't know. But
we just have a good one. That's a good one on the fly one.
I know. Hey, it just came to me.
Hey, look, Rod has sword ratchetness.
Yeah.
We'll have Joe Paterno ratchetness.
Joe Paterno. But
boom, we coined it.
But you know what? What I don't even know what the sound effects would be for that. Would it be like this rhythmic slapping?
Oh man, the longest sound effect ever.
Nigga, that's child rape. Yeah, we had
no, and we'll have like a little kid. I'll record my son. I'll spank him, and I'll record my son saying, "No, daddy."
No, don't do that, nigga. Because if you and Jamie, Lord forbid, if something bad happened to y'all, nigga, you gonna lose the kid, dog. She gonna use that shit to get you, dog. Nigga, you'll never see Logan again, nigga.
Oh shit.
Okay, so moving on. So who's your
the next award?
Your boulder dicks.
Your second to most dick is going to be, which is the bag of dick. Bag of dick is
bag of dicks. My bad.
Is gonna be Trent Dilfer, and why? Because he's a fuck boy. I don't like him. That is my stance. I never liked his ass, but because he opened his fucking yap and on Colin Kaepernick, it says, let's see, and it was on Sunday. It was Sparkling Anthem. This is a quote. It said it has this Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee, taking a stance against national anthem, whatever, the flag. This is what Trent Dilfer says. It has disrupted that organization. It has caused friction and torn the fabric of the team by taking a stance. He says, that's not something that's an opinion. Even though he says that he backs it up with facts, he has insider knowledge of that. But even then, man, it's still an opinion. You need to fucking be careful what you say. You are broadcasting. You are on a Disney-owned channel, and you need to watch what the fuck you say. You're on prime time, and how you say it. It's just like Colin Kaepernick, he chose to take a stance. I understand that he took this opportunity to express himself, but again, you also have the right to shut the fuck up and not say anything. I don't care if you get paid to dish out opinions. Understand this. You are not speaking for the 49ers. It's an opinion. And I don't care if you were in Seattle and you could have like fucking talked about what is it, like fucking hunger, world hunger, kid hunger.
No, he's talking about
or child labor.
Child slavery.
Child slavery. Whatever, bro. You chose.
So all to me is that he chose football with child slavery.
But yeah, exactly.
So fuck you 2 times on that, Trent.
Yeah, and that's why ESPN got the earlier award of allowing him to come back without any discipline being hashed out.
Because he's
way to go, Disney.
And I agree with you, but hey, Trent, why don't you do what you was doing when you played football and you was just riding the coattails of a great defense and just shut the fuck up? You did that then, how you just shut the fuck up and let the defense win the Super Bowl for you? Shut the fuck up now, Trent. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, on a side note, I always feel like like Steve Young wants to punch him. Every time I watch the Monday Night Football,
did you see
always,
Did you see Randy Moss when he was talking?
it was during this broadcast.
I know,
bro.
that's what I'm saying. Randy Moss looked at him like, nigga.
Even Randy Moss probably didn't want to say anything because Randy Moss, he's educated. He went to Marshall. He was a FSU prospect, but he went to Marshall.
Nigga, I don't know about all that. All I'm gonna say is Randy Moss is a black man, and he looked at him like, white man, if you don't shut the fuck up, I will bite you in your motherfucking neck. like bite you, nigga. Like bite your not a nip here. I'm talking about like dig into your motherfucking Adam's apple, nigga, and pull it out.
Yeah, he crossed the line, man. Like,
but that's the day and age you live in, though, right?
I always feel like Steve Young, man, always wants to punch him. He always wants to punch. I feel like Steve Young is like gonna cold call him one time and fucking.
He may or may not.
Well, because Steve Young sometimes I feel like he just wants to punch him, dog. Because every time he says something about quarterbacks, and then Trent Dilfer comes back and like fucking either counters that.
Because Steve Young is like, nigga, I was a real quarterback, nigga. You had one of the greatest defenses assembled, nigga, and won that shit. Shut the fuck. Steve Young, like, let's look at my numbers.
Yeah.
Look at your numbers, nigga. Meet me in the street, nigga, with your numbers.
So what? Who's your backup Dick winner?
Oh, Betty Shelby. We not say nothing about this bitch. Shout out to Black Man.
Betty White? You talking about Betty White?
No, I love Betty White. I'm talking about Betty Shelby, who needs to be a soon fired, soon convicted for manslaughter Tulsa Police Department officer, Betty Shelby. We've already talked about her. I really don't want to get back into it. But, yeah, bitch, you shot a nigga in the back. I hope you go to jail. Matter of fact, I hope not just you, but all the police, and it's not going to happen. You look at it with Baltimore, with Freddie Gray. You look at it, Ferguson, with an old boy. And they'll say there's no video evidence. We now have, and the whole thing, people say, well, video evidence. Rodney King, hello? They was on video beating that nigga's ass. No convictions. Right. Niggas, like I said, niggas already know the rules and they know the game. None of these laws are meant to protect us. They are meant to keep niggas away from white folks. That's it. Betty, you are my nominee.
That's a good one. I agree with you.
Thank you.
I second that. And we both agree. And our top award,
always,
which is the grand winner, receives a bowl of dicks.
A whole. And when I say bowl, I'm talking about a big bowl.
Big bowl of dicks. And for me, it's gonna be the sitting winner and the sitting title holder, Donald Jeffrey. Is it Jeffrey? It can be fuck.
Whatever. It can be fuck.
Donald
boy.
J. Trump.
Donald fuckboy Trump.
Him and his fucked up ankles that got him out of going to Vietnam.
I thought it was foot spurs.
Whatever. It doesn't. Fucking medical records are inconsistent, bro.
Hold on. So here's Donald Trump. Less than a day after the protest over the police killing of an African-American man turned violent in North Carolina, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump placed some of the blame for the turmoil on the impact of drugs. If you're not aware, drugs are a very, very big factor in what you're watching on television at night.
That's your winner. That's your winner. That's the reason why he's the reason why he's the holder.
Hold on,
he is the undisputed winner. He's the undisputed champion of Bowl of Dicks.
If you about to vote for this man, I hope you get AIDS.
Well, no, because AIDS you could live like 20, 30 years.
No, I'm talking about like.
I hope you get Zika.
No, I'm talking about advanced stage. Your DF, whatever is it? The fucking your whatever that DF4, the fuck, all that's down. I'm talking about like pneumonia, no resistance, immune system shutting down. Tom Hanks in Philadelphia age, nigga. I'm talking about. I want you to go back and watch Philadelphia, the movie. Watch that shit. Have you seen Philadelphia?
No.
Watch that, and then come back at me. That's your homework, nigga. Watch that shit.
How you gonna tell me to go watch it and then be like, have you watched it?
That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm saying now go watch it, and then when you see what I'm talking about, I want niggas to have that version of age. You'll go, wow. I want them niggas to have that version of age about to vote for this motherfucker, bro. I want them to show up to the booth coughing and dying a slow death.
Yeah.
I mean,
I still say get the Zika.
Zika's not, but you don't really necessarily die from Zika. You can be treated.
Yeah, but your seeds are gonna be the ones that are gonna feel the pain.
So how much better are we? A bunch of small-headed, small-minded motherfuckers. That's to be the same niggas that vote for Trump Jr., nigga.
That's all right. It's their kids though, not mine.
Well, we got
just let it be. Just let it be.
We gotta find a worse disease. Ebola.
No.
I hope you niggas get Ebola.
That's a good one.
Rickets.
No, I don't know yet.
Rickets. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I hope y'all die. How's that sound?
True.
Let's cut the middleman out. Cut the middleman out. I'm drunk. The middleman out. I hope you die.
Hey, real quick on that note, hey, shout out to the older George Bush, because now he's unofficially saying, or excuse me, unofficially it's been leaked out that he's gonna vote for. He's secretly, even though it's already leaked out, that he's secretly supporting Hillary Clinton.
No, shout out.
That's how bad the Republican Party is.
Shout out for Colin Powell for getting his old black man on.
Yes,
I'm tired.
Him too.
I'm tired of these niggas.
Him too. Yes.
He got his old black man on. Like, oh, y'all gonna vote for this nigga? Y'all free gonna vote for Trump? After I went to the UN and lied about some motherfucking SUVs with yellow cake. Y'all gonna vote for Trump? Okay.
So those two, one is just waking up from his sleep coma. George Bush.
That motherfucker a vampire, nigga. He that motherfucker from Blade 2, nigga.
But then you also have and then also Colin Powell for, The Awakening. But also a quick nominee for the Golden Dick Awards in the Shut Up Pussy segment. A real good strong candidate, and I'll consider it for the next show. It's gonna be fucking Don King, bro. Donald King was at the last Donald Trump rally.
Don King has been selling his soul.
Don King said, "Black people, we need Donald Trump."
Ask Mike Tyson about Don King, nigga. There's a reason why Mike Tyson don't talk about Don King, nigga. Ask Mike Tyson about a nigga that then stole all his shit.
Yep.
So, anyway, man.
He's a strong contender for next week. I mean, next show. So, before we leave, I know you want to cut it short already.
How we cutting it short? We're 2 hours in.
Last one was like 3 hours.
No, it wasn't. The last one
was
like
the
last one was under 2.5 hours.
All right, before we write out, I do want to discuss this. Vice Principals, the HBO
let's do a
series.
Saturday. Let's do a Saturday.
No.
Yes.
So the season finale just happened.
No.
If you haven't watched
we're at 2
the
hours.
show, stop.
I'm not
stop.
Gonna, let's do a Saturday. It has no flow because the thing is,
watch Vice Principal, and then we'll give you a season review.
Bruh, the thing is, the award should be the end of the show. So why are you going to do something at the end of the show? That doesn't make any sense. You want to flow to the show, and you're like, oh, let's do this thing after we did the thing that's supposed to end the show.
I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, watch Vice Principal. Tune into the next episode. We're gonna do a season review and give you what is gonna be expected or what is expected of us in season 2 on the next episode.
That's right. So you good?
Yeah, man. Just think about the traditions. If you're listening out there, think about traditions that you had when you growing up, and the ones that you're gonna keep for your, as you further in life, and the ones that you're gonna start and maybe sharing with us, or just listen to us talk about the ones that I have in mind already.
Right.
Good. Don't shoot. Be nice to everybody, man.
Don't
be
shoot,
kind to each other.
Be nice. Be a perfect brown person, and maybe, just maybe, a white lady won't shoot you in the motherfucking back while you trying to get home. Yeah.
Not all people are bad. Not all blacks are bad. Not all browns are bad. Not all white people are bad neither.
Yeah. Also, every devil don't have horns, and every hero don't wear a cape, nigga. And on that topic, Negro Podcast, I am the KC Stork. My homeboy is
at 30 pieces of silver. AG is not for agriculture. Hey, yo, enjoy the episode. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I was gonna say I love you. But like that was gonna be like some homo shit right there, though.
Nah,
I enjoy the time, though.
I love you too, Phil. We out.
Gang.